So what was happening for you that made you think you might need to work with a coach?
So a lot of change is what was happening.
I'd just been promoted to editor-in-chief of Elle Magazine. I'd been the fashion director there for 13 years. So in some ways it was a very natural progression. In other ways there were challenges and things that I hadn't had to deal with before that made me realise I needed some extra help and guidance because they were new experiences I was facing.
There was a lot of tension about me joining the company and what the objectives of me joining that company were. They were a family. They run it as a one family motto. And the coaching helped me basically gel with that family, but also for them to realise their faults as well. And it was a very difficult but a very enjoyable process and a learning process as well.
Sometimes it can be a lonely place at work, and you need to be able to find somebody to talk to and strategise about how you can move your own career forward and not feel like you're being stifled or restricted or thinking too much in the same ways.
So at work there was a lot of transitions going on. We were setting up a huge new research institute and employing someone every other week, and my role was changing really dramatically. And I just felt that things were accelerating in a way that having some external space to think about what was happening and how I was responding to what was happening would be very sensible.
When I first came to you and started doing the coaching work, I was going through a transitional phase at my existing job whereby I was moving from having a UK focus to having a global focus, and that brought with it quite a few changes in both the field of my work, the people that I was working with on my team, and really it helped me strategically look at how I was working and how I could work better and get the best out of myself and the people that I work with.
So I think everyone could always do with a coach. I know that sounds like a very useful thing to say, doesn't it? But I genuinely think there's always something going on that taking a step back or a step outside what's going on is a really helpful way of being able to reflect and respond and just generally be more effective.
It's about team management and how to be a better boss. But I think a lot of my challenges in the new environment I was in were corporate challenges, and which you called managing up, which was a term I hadn't heard before. And I think for me, learning to manage up was absolutely, really core to my development in the role. But knowing how to do that was something I really needed to learn.
I think working with a coach enabled me to almost reflect upon myself and where my career was at the time. In the TV industry, I always like to think that our job is to hold up a mirror to society, and our job really is to show TV viewers a version of themselves that they might not have seen before or considered. And I think it's also our responsibility to do that to ourselves.
So I would say that regardless of what's going on, you probably need a coach. And when you are aware that there is a lot going on, both in terms of lots of transitions and with those transitions increasing pressure on you and your role at work, then a coach becomes even more urgently needed.